Is that the right time to buy a house? Should you buy? Should you rent? When should we buy in a falling market? Because whenever you hear the news, it always seems to be doom and gloom. The market's falling. Don't buy, don't sell, don't do anything, hold everything. I'm going to look at a few ideas around what to do when prices are falling, reasons house prices are crashing, apparently. First time buyer's guide, so like a brief overview of home buying. So even if you already know quite a lot, it's interesting what you can learn just by hearing someone talk about these ideas and what's going on in the news. Navigating like the help to buy scheme, is it worth it? Understanding UK mortgage types, impact of interest rates, lots of mistakes first time buyers will fall into. Thinking about the estate agents when you're selling your property, if you're buying a property, how to deal with the estate agents, conveyancing, solicitors. It's a minefield out there at the moment, and it seems like there's lots out there to do, and how to save for a deposit, and there's all sorts. So don't worry, you're in the right place. I'm giving you a quick overview of this season here, and I'm going to go through and have a look at where we sit in the market at the moment and see if is it a good place? Do we want to be buying right now? All of that's going to be very helpful. Let me get up a few resources and then we'll have a chat about them. So I quickly had a quick look just at BBC housing market. Let's see what is in the news at the moment. What are people discussing? So 5 hours ago, house price growth at a near 2-year high. So it's either growing or it's either falling. Green belt for 9,000 homes, council warns 4 days ago. Labour plans to build 1.5 million homes. Can it be delivered? We'll be interested in hearing that. We'll have a quick review of just the news at the moment. Mortgages at 6 times income for first time buyers. What? That's the next level thing, isn't it? Because that's becoming a normal thing now. We're earning quite a lot of money. If you're not earning a great deal amount of money, can you get a mortgage to buy the house you want? It's a tough market at the moment, people. Dangers of FOMO mortgage hunters as rates fall. Fear of missing out is what FOMO stands for. Owner pays 300% second home tax on wooden chalet. That's another thing. If you already own a home and you're buying another house, if you're in that prestige location that you can do that, you're going to be paying some additional fees. Let's have a quick look what's going on here. So the house price growth at a near 2-year high. UK house prices in September rose 3.2% compared with a year ago, the fastest rate for nearly 2 years according to Nationwide. It said rising incomes and mortgage rate cuts were improving affordability for buyers. Okay, 1 minute. Rising incomes, okay, so we're earning more, that's good. And mortgage rate cuts, so it's cheaper to borrow money, is improving affordability. That sounds good. So people are making more money and it's cheaper to borrow money, so you're more likely to buy houses, is what they're trying to say there to you. The average UK house price in September was £266,000 basically, Nationwide said. Mortgage competition. So it seems like lenders have also been lowering the rates of interest they charge. So let's see what that actually means. Dangers of FOMO mortgage hunters as rates fall. How badly or how much have they actually fallen? Okay, we got a little table here. Mortgage rates are creeping down but remain high. That's one thing. If something goes really high, after a while, even if it drops a little bit, you feel like it's gone lower. But actually it hasn't gone lower if you're comparing it to where it was. So we're thinking here now, mini budget, September 2022, it was around the region of like 4.9%, 5%. September 2024, it's 5.15%. Okay, so see this big mountain here, it goes up and it comes down. This is like a classic, it makes me think of when you go into a DFS or one of those sofa places. This sofa used to be £1,055, but now £550. It makes you feel like, oh yeah, I'm getting a great price. But the reality, you hear where I'm coming from. Okay, so that's giving you an idea of that. Labour plans to build 1.5 million homes. Can it be delivered? The residents of Northstowe in Cambridgeshire have been promised a thriving community. The plan is for more than 10,000 new homes for 26,000 people as part of the UK's first new town since Milton Keynes was built 6 decades ago. The problem is, well done, okay, you're building houses, but are we building them at the rate we need them? If you need 50,000 houses and you build 10,000, okay, nice, but is there enough? That's a quick look at what's going on in the news at the moment, but let's just get back on topic here. The topic is the current housing landscape, the shift in buyers' mindset. People have started thinking, you know what, do I need to buy a house? Can I just rent? I'm going to be discussing in later episodes how renting or buying with a mortgage will save you or lose you a lot of money in your lifetime. So make sure, if you're not already following, you're following the blog article I will be writing about this as well. So alongside this, on ZulfTalks.com, I will have a breakdown of the season notes, which will allow you to see everything I'm talking about. So for example, you'll see here season 14. If you click on that, it gives you a breakdown of each of the episodes. When you click on any of the episodes, you can scroll down and see an overview of everything I spoke about in that episode. So you can simply avoid having to write notes because everything will be jotted down there for you. Let's just show you what that looks like. So if I bring that quickly up, and it's ZulfTalks.com, it will bring you to a landing page, and that will simply allow you to select the drop down for show resources, the first button there. You click on that, you can put in your name and your email, and it will take you straight through. I need to... So let's just have a quick look at what we actually think about when we think about buying a house. So if you go online and you search for anything relating to homes, there'll be a lot of investment talk and chat. Let's just define what we mean by a house or a home. So important of home is security, stability, community. Thinking like you're going to be living there for a while. How long have I been living here? 15, 20 years in this house? Before this, I was in a house for about 10 years. Showing my age now. So I will be moving. I am going to be getting another house. That's why I thought, in line with buying the house, I will do this season of the podcast. Because when you're working for yourself, there's lots of things you have to do yourself. So you have to wear many different hats, as it were. So you'll know we talked about building a business in earlier seasons. I talked about money matters, how to focus on sorting out your money, your savings. And during your working for yourself career, a big decision is going to be like if you buy another house or a premises or business or anything of the such. And similar rules can be learned from the process of how you get into this. So we're talking about that. When you buy a house, it's more emotional than it is investment. So it's going to be things like, do you like the house? Can you see yourself living in the house for a long period of time? Could you see your family growing up there? Could you see starting a family there? Would it be good for your pets? How easy is it to commute? Do you want to be in a quiet area, a busy area, as opposed to what's the lowest price I can get it for, so then I can sell it and make a lot of profit? So it's like there's varying differences there you want to think about. The practical considerations are going to be choosing the right location. So where do you live? Can you see yourself traveling easily? Do you want to do multiple traveling trips, like with trains or cars or buses or motorways, or what's the plan there? And also budgeting. So you remember in earlier seasons, if you look at season 14, we did like a budget calculator to kind of money matters. We looked at trying to sort out how much money we're spending, how much we can save. And if you're planning to buy a house or a home, the earlier you can start saving money, the better it's going to be, because you're going to have some money towards a deposit. You can get a mortgage. You can maybe, if you do well enough, you can save quite a lot of money where you have to take a lower amount of mortgage, which then makes you less reliant on borrowed money, meaning a lower repayment, and you can maybe possibly pay it off quicker. So then you're mortgage free. That would be amazing. So budgeting is going to be quite interesting, and sometimes you will end up paying a little bit more for something you love because you're going to be living there for a long period of time. So that's where there's a slight difference with investment. And the long-term perspective of this would be the value of stability. So you have your own place, it's yours. Over time, you can improve it and do decoration and things that you know you're going to be keeping it for long terms, maybe an extension, more bathrooms, converting the loft maybe for more space if you need to. Is that a possibility? And navigating the fluctuations in the market. So when is the right time to buy is going to be like a massive question. And I feel like the question here is going to be, there's never a right time to buy. It's like any news you get, it's either telling you we're on the up, or it's either telling you we're doing extremely bad. There's never really a time where, oh yeah, it's a great market now, you should buy now. If it's going really high, you're going to sell your house. And as things change, the house you're going to buy is going to be expensive. So are you really saving? You sell your house, for example, for, I don't know, £250,000. And in an upwards market, that house would have probably been 270, 260, for example. So then you get more money for it. Oh, wow, well done. But then when you're coming to buy a house, the house that you want to look at was maybe 350 and that's now 370. So it's all relative. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor or anything. I'm giving you this as a point of view of things you think about. In the same way, in a downwards market, if your house doesn't sell for 250 and it sells for 240, you buying a house, will that be lower to buy? How long does the process take? 5 to 6 months at a worst case scenario. It can take longer. Let me know if you've had a house purchase take longer than 6 months, because then that would mean there's some serious questions and maybe surveys and things that did not come back to plan. So ideally, they say 6 to 8 weeks if you have your ducks in a row. So you want to make sure you got basics in focus. We're going to talk about that in this later series of episodes, and we might even get some guests on to speak about examples of how they're going through this journey and getting a house. So long-term investment perspective is considering, what do you want to do? Are you happy to pay a little bit more for what you want? Maybe. So expert insights, maybe speaking to a real estate agent, which would be like an estate agent, and finding out what they do. Homeowner testimonials would be great. That's something we can add into this. So I think the main points today is to let you know that this season, episode 1, is buying a home in the UK. You could probably use these rules if you live in a similar country, New Zealand, Australia, that kind of, have similar rules to what we do here, maybe in America. And I feel like we can enhance our knowledge just by finding out what's going on, keeping an eye on the market. When is the best time to buy? That's the main question. Should you sell? Should you buy? I don't know. We'll find out in this episode. As we go through this journey, you're going to be joining me. So thank you for listening to this episode. I will be in the next episode speaking more about, is it the right time to buy a house in the UK? As in now in 2024. If you listen to this at a later point, is it ever the right time to buy? All this information and details will be available. So I would like to say thank you, and I'll link you to the next episode in this series, and we're going to be catching up there.